already. Greg's been sober for 11 years. Broke it tonight for the podcast.
All right, episode 28 with a good friend of ours. Finally, we got him here. You've been busy. You've been a busy,
I'm
sick
a big
man.
get, dude. I have been
it's hard.
Yeah, you've been working with a lot of famous people on your pods. You had 1 million podcasts. You started with a off-speed. Well, first, Narin Van, your host.
Yeah, I was about to say, we're not going to introduce him or anything. I'm your co-host, Greg Beechler, and today, I think we should give him an introduction. I know he already spoke, but it's fine.
Casey McClain.
Yeah, Casey McClain.
The one and only.
I like how you were so committed to not editing. You were like, okay, everybody shut the fuck up.
We're not editing it up.
Any of this.
We're never editing anything at all. So no hard art.
We had like good stuff going on before the podcast, but no.
Oh, no, we didn't get that going. But yeah, you brought us some booze. You're the second guest, third guest. You're like the fourth guest I brought us.
At this point, it's not special. Whatever amount of
special.
guests it is after the third one.
You brought us a rabbit hole. There we go.
First one in this location. What you talking
Yeah, no one's
about?
ever
No. Corky's brought us booze.
He brought his own
Porky
drink.
did this podcast before me?
Okay,
I'm
let's see.
fucking
We
walking,
tried to
dude.
get you, man.
Holy
Like, it's
shit,
not
I'm
like-
walking.
We got
you're like-
Corky.
He did. He brought those little can things.
That's right.
So Tamara, our studio
He
manager.
did go to the gas station, pick up
Before.
$1.99 little drink for each of us.
Yes.
I think there were 3 flavors. They
Were
were
they like those
disgusting.
balls? Is
Yeah.
that what
He likes
Yeah.
Are those good? I've never had those before.
Those things are like they're like Christmas ornaments full of
That shit
full of
doesn't
chocolate yoo-hoo.
fucking
Okay.
count. That was terrible.
Is it really that
Greg
bad?
got the worst one.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Like you said, alcoholic.
He hated it.
Yeah. it was
Mine was okay.
Greg has a problem with alcohol, and I'm not even talking about the one where he drinks too much. He has to have like a very specific low sugar. It's got to be a
He likes Maker's Mark.
that's like
I'm saying
relatively
like whiskey, any kind of hard liquor I could drink.
yeah. If it's got sugar in it,
But
Greg's
yeah.
gonna collapse for
Seriously, if I'm drinking
hours.
like White Claws, would fucking murder me, dude. I'd be so fucking.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like almost no sugar in this.
I mean, just White Claws?
Yeah.
No, not White Claws. I'm talking. What am I talking? What's Mike's Hard Lemonade, dude?
oh yeah.
If I had 4 of those, dead the next day, man. Just gone.
Dead the next day.
Yeah.
Is it because you're late to high school or something like that? Why are you drinking that shit?
Man.
No, I'm just saying.
I know.
Anything, beer.
I didn't know you were Mormon, Greg. That's fucking crazy.
The worst one.
The worst one.
You're soaking all wrong.
You're soaking in Mike's Hard Lemonade. That's what they call it cum in Mormon culture.
They're all named Mike.
You ever had Mike's Hard?
Joseph
No,
Smith's
no.
Hard Lemonade.
All right.
Anyways, cheers, bro. This
Cheers.
is,
Thank you
we're
for
taking a
having
rabbit
me.
hole.
Finally.
That's right. I'm happy to get out of the house. Your family was
Oh, dude, I know.
we
Brought
were
all the
sick for a long
disease
time.
here. Bringing all the disease here. That's
Thank
my
you.
move.
It's good. We're anti-vax.
I'm
so
gonna
we're
set
all
cameras.
good.
You
You
can
brought
see how bad I
alcohol.
am.
Drink hard.
Yeah.
It'll kill the disease.
Yeah. I remember doing your podcast a long time ago. We got pretty trashed. Oh,
And
some
you
nice
drove,
tequila.
by the way. The level of intoxication you drive fucking is alarming, dude. I was like, I don't think I can afford to give this guy an Uber to Renton, but holy shit.
No, it's cheaper for me to drive at that point. You know, that's how much.
The DUI costs more than
Yeah, I got a lawyer on retainer. It's not that.
A public defender is free, right? So it's fine. But anyways, like,
What do they always get their DUIs bumped down to? It's like reckless driving. Yeah,
Yes.
it's reckless.
and then there's reckless, and then there's
negligent, maybe?
reckless, and then it goes down to negligent.
Negligent.
And we're-
Third one's like, no, this is definitely a DUI.
And what's the one below
right?
that? Indigenous?
Indigenous.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, relax.
Yeah, that's just.
Relax.
Do we have to do a land acknowledgement now in this podcast because of your racism? Holy shit.
No, you always start so fast and hard every time. There's something
Rabbit
wrong
hole.
every
That's a commercial.
Make sure everyone
Rabbit hole.
promo code racism.
I was trying to think of the word. Like it's like I'm like after I got the right word, like I'm just gonna say it anyways. Oh fuck! So yeah, you've been doing a lot of sports podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you still doing one?
I am, yeah. Well, I have one called Poor Sports. That's
I love that name. Yeah.
Yeah, good name. It's accurately depicts how well I'm going to talk about sports. Also, it's
Okay.
not-
Okay, so it's a double entendre.
Yeah, it's like a less serious sports podcast.
It's about skin. It's crazy.
It's P-O-R-E.
Homonyms, right?
Yeah, but I used to want to be like a sports journalist, and then I gave up on that. But then I still want to talk about sports every week with someone. So now it's myself.
Nice, dude.
Every co-host quits on me. I don't know if it must be me at this
Probably.
point.
I wasn't gonna say
It's gotta be
anything.
you at this point.
But who's your buddy doing that? I think I met him at a show once.
Alex Akita, that he was at the show that we did at Bickerson's, the first one where you opened for me.
Yeah.
And he doesn't do it anymore. He's got a kid and he's busy and doesn't like me as a person.
Oh, okay.
No, we get along fine.
And you said Rose, like, I just don't like him.
I did have I have had a couple
Shit.
fallings out with co-hosts, so.
Hey, it happens from time to time.
What's the worst one?
Yeah, I can't wait for us to blow up. It'll be good.
Oh, dude, it's going to be so great. It's just going to be Narin roasting you and you not putting in any effort to roast him.
You know it so well, dude.
What do you think? Didn't I beat you officially on roast battle? Like
You did, actually, in the roast battle, by writing less jokes somehow. They were like,
no,
your
I
jokes
just
were
had
good.
less wordy jokes. We both had 5 jokes. He just went for like paragraphs at a time.
I just like to get a lot of laughs.
Casey does like to put like a lot, like in like one, like here's joke number 1.
I'm sorry.
He put like 7 jokes, and it was so funny.
People
like,
don't have time to laugh at the setup, so he's like, blah.
For the record, I remember him beating the shit out of Berenji. Berenji is like our African friend. He beat the shit out of Berenji, and then got the point like, I just kind of feel bad for Berenji.
The crowd did vote against me. It was tough because that was like the pandemic, so it's like every white person in Tacoma felt bad about George Floyd, so there was no way I was going to come out and make roast jokes at Barunji, and he would have had to really bomb. He had good jokes still.
He had some really good jokes.
But yeah, they were like, I was like, I know I'm going to lose this and get big laughs, and I was right.
That's what happened. Yeah, by the way, I messaged you about that thing. You should let me know if you want to do that.
Oh yeah, we should talk about that. I don't think I do, but we should talk about it. We'll talk about why later.
Later. Yeah, we'll do that later. Yeah, we don't talk about it on the air. But yeah, I proposed him an opponent, and he's like, oh, I'll get back to it. It's like, all right, no, let's do the second person to turn it down. So I was like, all right, so we'll talk about it.
I've lost friends and acquaintances from roasts, so when I roast someone now, I got to make sure
it's
it's
the
someone.
wheelchair person that you were worried about.
No, the wheelchair person. We'll have him on then.
Okay, good, yeah.
There's a guy named Tom Georgia. He's a wheelchair. He fell out. He was famous because he was at the Wazoo party and he fell like a third story, and now he's paralyzed. So he wants to be on Roastamania.
He wants to beat me?
No, not you. No.
Oh, he wants to be on Roastamania.
Yeah,
I got you. Okay,
that's what I thought the opponent was. Like they're having a hard time. I was like, is it the Tom guy? You're just being cryptic now.
No.
Well, we can talk about it. When you said the wheelchair person, that one of the people that doesn't like me anymore after a roast is a wheelchair person. So I was like, I thought that might be the person, but it's not this Wazoo.
I can't.
By choice or like physically.
How many wheelchair people hate you after fucking roast battle?
I don't know. Apparently a lot.
Everyone just walk perfectly fine, and they just get trashed, and they're like, man, I got such a dick.
Well, that's what Narin puts you up against people that it's like I've been put up against people where I'm like, I'm obviously going to beat him. I just have to I'm not going to try to be a cocky asshole, but like, sometimes it's like, fuck, this is the guy. There was a guy, he's actually not bad at comedy. But he was like really adamant that he could beat me in roast.
Who was it?
Yeah, just
I think it was your last guest, by the way. Who was your last guest that you
Brian China?
Yeah, so he and I used to have beef. I think we're cool now. I think he's funny.
Yeah.
I'm sure he didn't talk about it on the podcast, but he...
No, he talked about a different beef.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, great. I didn't listen to it, but
we just played it up a couple days ago, so it's fine.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm also not going to listen to it.
Yeah, I was saying, come on.
Yeah, Greg's made it... By the way, I have a problem with listening to any of my friends' podcasts, because if they're good, I'm like, fuck you, I'm jealous. And then if they're bad, I'm like, ugh, my friend? You're my friend? And I'm,
yeah.
So it's tough.
No, it's fine. I get it.
But yeah, he had like a thing where he wanted to roast me, like anytime, any place, and then I think we're cool now, but it was like, I'm just gonna roast you anytime I see you. It's not like,
I don't need to get paid for this. Yeah. I'm willing to do this for free.
Yeah, but that's the way I treat it. People don't understand me sometimes, I think. I'm a ball buster.
Yeah.
I'm always gonna talk shit, and I'm always gonna receive shit also. Mm-hmm. I don't care about when people roast me. It's very funny to me.
Yeah, no, I enjoy busting balls. I just have a more reputation about it, because like there's some people you busted their balls like, man, Casey's a dick. No, Casey's cool, man. This is just him.
Online.
I've defended
you. Too many words in it, apparently.
I've defended you plenty of times.
Casey's like just mean, so dry, and it's private, like in a booth. Hey, you know you're a piece of shit, right? Just,
they say that's like you're a piece of shit. Yeah.
You're just terrible, and they're like, yo, I didn't even know you like that. And he's like, I don't know. That's why
I'll say
a difference.
It's funny because I walk into the back booth at a club and say something even meaner, like, ha, that's Nari. But he's just like, you're a piece of shit. And that's it. It's like, oh, what the fuck, dude?
Someone asked me the other day, they were like, do you think this would work in a joke? I'm like, you might be able to get away with it. I can't, but you might be able to. Because I feel like people think I'm serious a lot of the time. And so
you're a very serious guy.
They think so.
Yeah.
I'm not that serious, though.
Yeah, no, people don't know that.
I think we have the same affliction where, like, I'm joking most of the time, but I have such a serious, straight,
you're a little monotone.
People are like, the fuck? And I'm like, I was just fucking around. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
There's a lot of people who are like, because I know you guys both, I think, fairly well, and people are like, oh, man, does he not like you? No, I'm pretty sure he does. That's just how he sounds all the time.
You know what's funny? Somebody told me they thought, Phil Klingler told me, I think it was Phil, told me he thought you hated him. And it's like, Greg, I don't think Greg's got enough energy to hate anybody in the comedy scene.
Yeah,
pretty much, man. Why would I waste my life with this?
Yeah. Yes, pancreas does not develop
so much,
energy.
my diabetes takes so much more of my time than you would believe.
Greg is the only person whose life depends on math who fucking can't get through algebra.
Greg's a type 1 hater, okay? That's what it is, all right? Yeah, there I go.
Like top tier, baby. I know. We got a roast coming up. I know. You can't give out the good shit now.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about it. I will write it tomorrow.
Me too. I haven't written
I will write it tomorrow. I usually write it.
You guys are roasting tomorrow?
Yeah, we're doing that Mike Hansen show.
Oh, nice. I saw they were doing that. Is it not called Roastamania there? You have to
No. He's just he wants to do like a roast battle stuff. He wants me and Greg. We and Greg have never gone against each other.
No, well, you're on the same shit. So
I'm always
never seen you in a roast battle. I've always seen you host it.
I've done roast battles. It's fine, but I put way too much pressure on myself to do well in that. But I like doing the host stuff because I can say the meanest fucking thing. Just get away with it, dude. It's fucking great, dude.
Like, hang off.
Well, yeah, because you got a fucking PowerPoint.
I haven't done the PowerPoint since I heard you complain about it.
I complained about it?
Yes.
What did I complain about?
I heard that you said like you don't like because I'm stepping in people's jokes.
Oh, that is true.
Yes.
That does happen for sure.
Oh
that's good. That's actually a good point on my part.
But what does that tell you, man? That the joke was kind of hack at the beginning.
Why? Because Narin told it.
No.
Shit.
If like 4 people have it, you know.
But the new format now is like I do a normal set up front just to like, get people in because the problem with doing this PowerPoint up front, I could be too raw at times and be like, hey, what is this? So I just do normal set people in. Okay, funny. Then the first round gets a hit way better.
Who told you that I complained?
I heard it from somebody. I've heard there's like somebody at the staff.
Protecting this person now.
I heard through like the staff, like Casey doesn't like it.
Like you said,
yeah, I've heard it from like someone on the staff, like I've heard Casey doesn't like it. Like what? He doesn't? Oh, okay.
I love that show.
Then I just like, but didn't say the crowd.
Also, I write 17 jokes per round, so the fucking I'm fine.
I write a lot, so then like but then I take it easy. But now I just do all the jokes at the end of the free for all, so that's just where I just do that.
That's great. Yeah.
So there's some people like, oh man, this guy's rapid fire coming at everybody. But like, I have shit ready for everybody. But I it's fun.
God damn.
But it's fun.
We're exercising some beef on here. I did not know that.
Yeah, fuck you, Casey.
We brought you on to roast you for your piece of shit opinion.
I think you and Luke Severide are like my most contentious friends. Like people who have some kind of weird thing with you two the most.
Interesting. Do they bring them to you? Because this is the thing about comedians. They're all fucking cowards.
Yeah. No.
Nobody ever brings them to me.
I hear that shit. They'll be like, blah. Well, or whoever did this, and like,
no,
I have no specific examples. Don't ask me, but I'm just saying. Back in the day, especially like all those beefs have settled down now. I know this for a fact.
Sure. No, man. Fine. Let's talk about beef.
There.
No,
but
that's fine.
Yeah, I'll name drop. I'll name drop.
Also, by the way, like some of these people now, like I had problems with them, but now we're like all tenure comics, and it's fucking. I don't know. If you're never gonna move and I'm never gonna move, we probably got to get along eventually.
Yeah. We will cross paths, man.
Yeah,
we will.
So I've been trying to be nicer to people who I like at a point did not like, and like see if we can be a little more civil.
There's times like I've gotten drunk with Casey. And then it's like, man, I really like this guy. He's just pretty fucking cool. We got trash. There's one time in particular. There's one time in particular. We did this called faded, inebriated, and hydrated. There's a show at Car Bar. Yeah. So there's like a sober team with just drinking water. A team that's high, and a team that gets drunk. And you just do a set, and then afterwards they do their thing, and they just do improv at the very end. Me being an overachiever, I'm just gonna do all the shit. I'm gonna mix all the kind of drugs you have. But what else you have? What you have Molly?
Water,
mix this shit too. I didn't do any water until the next day. So anyway, Ken is like, okay, roast somebody. I was like, Ken, this is a good idea, dude. I think this is a free show, right? And people are here at 6.5. Then I just started shitting on this one guy. Just like this one guy walking by. And there's no stage, so he rushes the stage a couple of times, and I didn't realize this was happening. He's rushing the stage, and Casey's like, yeah, man, I was a little worried about you. And I was like, why? What happened? Like, you don't remember that guy rushing the stage a couple of times? Like, no. I was like, no. How gone were you? He's like, pretty, man, pretty gone.
a couple times. Like I had to calm him down.
Yeah, because he got pulled back. He got pulled back.
That happened to Casey. I watched it. Half of it once. Once I was
nice
setting
to
up
have somebody that was actually concerned about your safety.
Thanks, man.
There, yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Sherry Hardman's just like,
I like
yeah,
how
I was really worried about you too. I'm like, what? Why is everyone saying this? Like, you don't remember that guy rushing the stage and you got to pull him back and like the back is like, I guess.
Dude, I mean, when you get rushed on stage, just having someone in attendance that gives a shit about your survival is nice. You know?
It's crazy.
It's nice.
It's funny, man. I was setting up the merch in the back, like on the side when all that happened when it first went down.
Sure, of course.
I walked in the back and he was like already like getting on stage. I was like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Should we explain what happened?
Yeah, go ahead. This is your story. That's where I came in and you were just getting rushed and then talking shit. I was like, but it didn't seem serious.
Greg and I did a show where the venue was like negligent in a bunch of ways, but one of them was they just turned on a hot mic and then they never asked, by the way, like who the host was, and they just left the hot mic on stage and let one of their drunk customers go up like randomly and starts doing like he tries to tell a joke. I think it bombs.
Bob, he did like
and then he brought up another guy and we're like, I'm in the back like I can't believe these fucking assholes booked someone to start the show. Like I booked the entire show, and so they're like didn't do anything. They didn't get up and take these people off stage. And then one of the guys just end up hanging out for the part of the rest of the show. And then he brings up Greg as the host, but it was actually Zach Fisher because he never asked, and we never talked about the intro, which is why I didn't know that these guys weren't comics. I assumed these were comics that like got brave or got booked by the venue. And so then when I go on stage, Greg has made fun of this guy. Zach made fun of the guy. We called him Cowboy Bob because his name was like Bob Jones, supposedly, but he had a cowboy hat on. So
that was the only cowboy shit about him, by the way. The rest of the stuff.
Yeah, I don't even know.
He was wearing cowboy hat and FUBU. It's like, oh, okay.
I don't know, man. He had like some weird.
Can't be calling FUBU, Bob. Grab what you got.
Some on-brand, like some Shaq. South Pole shirt and some Shaq shoes from Walmart.
Okay, go ahead. Go do something.
So anyway, this I start making fun of this guy when I go up, and I said some mean things, but like then they go, he's not even in the room, and I'm like, oh, fucking fair game then. And I said a bunch of other mean things, and then the guy that's his friend, who I think these two guys must be new comics. Mm-hmm. They're like, the guy's like, you're lucky to have Cowboy Bob at your show or something like that. And I'm like, oh yeah, very lucky. And then he walks up on stage, and the whole time he's walking up, I'm just like, please hold on to the mic. And then it's a wireless mic, so it splits in half so you can take the batteries out. Mm-hmm. And he fucking grabs it and twists the top and gets the top off. And he's like holding on to the top, and it doesn't work because it has no batteries. And the whole time, Greg, this fucking trained fighter, this guy's been trained in fucking MMA, is just holding his dick 18 feet away, doesn't care.
You're honored. First off, there's two entrances to this room. There's like a back entrance, like
and Greg was scared of both of them.
That's what happened. Anyway.
This is a white side, all right? White side.
No, this is the side. I was like, you know what?
I was thinking about this.
I'm gonna set up Casey's fucking merch for him.
That is nice of you.
So I'm setting him up the merch.
I think I still had to set it up.
And then I'm like, well, whatever. I'm putting it out there. I had to like wheel the shit over, right? Because they don't have like any tables or anything either.
I'm crushing with Tamra.
Yeah. Anyway. So they don't have a table for anything for merch or anything, right? Nowhere. It's just like out front. So I like wheel these like wheelbarrow things through him. So I'm like doing all this shit while he's talking shit to this guy. And then I get up there and this dude's like on stage. I was like, what the fuck? I thought he was like gonna tell a joke.
Yeah, like, no, when he walked up, I thought he was a comic. I didn't. The last thing I thought was like, before he actually put his foot on the stage, the last thing I thought was this guy was gonna come on stage. I thought we were gonna like talk shit. Mm-hmm. There was no way I thought this guy, who I thought was a comic, was gonna come on stage.
I was surprised by it at the end anyway. Like if he would have started like physically hitting Casey, I promise, like 2 or 3 hits.
You know what I love?
Like, hey, you get a couple.
What I love about this whole situation is like, yeah, man, like I was too busy making an IKEA table. We had to make sure of a table, and I had to do laundry before I had to go fight. Okay, that's what I had to do. Like,
I was washing my hair.
I was busy.
I got a question for you. I was thinking about this the other day. You got a white mom.
Yeah.
And how many black family members did you grow up with?
0, bro.
I think you're getting by on a lot of fucking reputation. That's all I'm saying.
About what?
You basically, like, you got raised by white people.
No, I got raised by no one first time.
Okay.
I was just by myself.
All right.
Yeah, he got the real black.
I believe that. That is true. You do.
He got the real.
I was literally a drug addict, and I did move around a lot.
Wait, your mom was a drug addict?
Yeah, she was a crackhead. That's why I bounced around. I moved 15 times when I was 13 years old.
She was cool.
She was cool. She partied, man. She wasn't lame like most of your moms, dude.
Damn.
You got one dad. I could have had 3 till I was like a child, motherfucker. So let's be real. Yeah. No one was there, but the possibilities were there, you know? Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Well, people will say stuff about you all the time. I'm having racist conversations about you, and people are like, yeah, but he's black. And I'm like, I get it, but like only by skin color because you grew up like.
So what am I doing that's so black? I don't understand.
No, I don't.
What am I getting away with? What am I doing? What am I doing?
I don't remember what the context was. I certainly wouldn't say it into a microphone. Are you fucking crazy? But all my friends and I get together and we're like, how black is Greg? All we think about is how black Greg is.
I can tell they do the comments.
Hold on. Me. Are you in that group chat too? Greg's not in it at all. It's just me and Phil K.
It's only white people. If we keep accidentally adding Greg over and over again, we have to kick him out.
I just show up to places. This isn't for you, Greg.
Yeah, no, I mean...
My therapist says it's very healthy to have the group chat. Let's go ahead.
Anyway, but yeah, so the Greg, I gave Greg some shit on stage because he was just doing nothing.
I was sitting there. I was laughing hysterically. What are you talking about?
Also, everybody, you're laughing at me making fun of you.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, that was fun. But
you should say maybe if you didn't make fun of Greg, you probably would have came up there.
No, this was after he already had failed. This is not like a back to the future situation.
So this is Casey's thing, though, right? Like I did some work in his house, right? And there was a leaky disposal. Like, yo, that disposal you gave me was garbage. It leaks all the time. First off, it was like a tiny drip. She's like, I had to she has to empty this. Once every 3 days. Every 3 days, right?
It filled a gallon hole.
What was wrong with it though? When I took it off, there was nothing wrong with it. It was like just a broken washer. A rubber washer was actually split down the middle. I was like, oh yeah, it's leaking through that. Put a new one for you. How much problems have you had since then?
I don't understand what the point is.
No, listen.
It's like you do something, it gives me problems for 3 months, and you fix it.
It wasn't 3 months. I mean, it was a long time, but like
it was definitely 3 months.
But it wasn't the problem he said it was. Like it was like poured water. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
I said it was
come through. Yeah.
I said it fills a bowl. My wife has to empty it every time. I would never empty it, but she has to empty it every time.
That's why we had him on here so we could argue about this.
Man, I love this.
Because remember that show To Catch a Contractor? That's what this is.
I just think it's.
This episode just turned into.
I feel, Casey.
Here's what I'll say. This episode's sponsored by Angie's List. If you want a legitimate bonded contractor, go to Angie's.
Don't go to me, man. If you want some cheap shit for like a couple $100 when you should be paying like
dude, hold on. Dude, hold on. Your album should be called Greg's List.
That's fucking great.
Greg's List.
That's at least the name of the track list.
Yeah,
that's fucking awesome. No, I mean Greg does
but
like good work like 60% of the time.
I'm gonna need the stronger proof alcohol to rest of the rest. Just 115 proof.
I feel like Greg, do you really think if that guy was like really gonna fuck you up that I wouldn't have helped you out, man? Is that what you really think?
This is way more fun to say on the podcast.
Greg would be there.
Yeah.
Greg would be there. You know, he'd be there. Once he finishes making his table, he's
I would only get a small concussion and a.
Yeah, but he'd be fine. You wouldn't have like Dylan Avila, man. You wouldn't be fucked up on the ground just getting repeatedly banged.
Well, if that guy came in with a bat, I gotta tell you, the venue's really fucking.
Man,
where was his venue?
First time I was there.
By the way, when he came back. Oh yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah.
When what the fuck's going on in Kirkland? When he came back in, I was like, my fucking heart rate. I was actually like not that worried when he came. When he came back in,
oh yeah,
I was like, that dude grabbed a gun and he's gonna shoot me. He's gonna shoot Greg. He's gonna shoot Zach.
He's not shooting me. I was by the back door. You already said that. I was gonna leave. I was gonna run.
You'd probably made it back in by.
Graham's gonna hide behind the table he just made. Okay, it's good.
Greg is the only black person in Kirkland that day, so he got the one fucking. No, that's not true. There were like 3 black audience members.
I think there was. I think one of the botanists.
Casey likes to count like ahead.
It was like yelling at you the.
Casey likes to count before he does his Talib Kweli joke.
He does. He's like,
I haven't done that joke in so long, but I was thinking about it the other day. I'm gonna bring it back. I haven't done it in like.
What's your Nate set like compared to like?
I do the same shit, man. That's why I don't do well there.
I figured you did more your most deaf jokes. Definitely your Yoshi shit.
I haven't done the most deaf joke. The most deaf and the Talib Kweli joke are like the same joke, but
He thinks they're the same person, but yes.
They were in a group together.
Yes.
I never actually, because I never got a long set at Nate's. The longest set I ever got there was 10 minutes. Now it's gone. I wanted to like get a feature set so I could do the black friend joke there, the Yoshi joke, but I never got a long set. And what I do know is doing that joke as the first joke you do in front of a predominantly black audience goes very badly. For me, anyway.
Yeah, you gotta set like a tone.
Right? I need to like make them know I'm not racist so that I can like play on that. Because it was.
Nah, that's the first thing. Better with the black audience if you talked about just how you're racist a little bit, but you have black friends, and then you could like explain.
Oh no, I know.
They respect that way more.
But I feel like you gotta. I personally, in my experience, need to build to that and not just like start out like I'm a little bit racist.
Before he invited 3 people in Kirkland, he tells him that he needs to do this. And Hosmer.
I was
surprised. The bees would set him off. Black people don't like bees. They do like bees. Hashtag.
That guy really loved bees.
Yeah, he was pretty pissed about that joke.
Yeah, he was fine. He was good. He was hanging out after the show.
He didn't come on stage or anything.
Yeah. He kept saying that he's like, we got you. And I'm like, you didn't do shit. Nobody left their stools. What are you talking about? You're 4 feet away from the stage. Like, nobody. The owner, by the way, in Greg's defense, I will give Greg one small bit of defense, which I hate to do. You know I hate
That's all I wanted was the one.
The owner of the venue was in the audience 8 feet away, way closer than you're 18 feet cowering behind the barrel. The fucking...
I just hide there the whole show just in case.
Where was the show at? Was the show at Cracker Barrel? Why there's so many barrels in the story?
It might as well have been. There were three black dudes.
It was quite a Cracker
Wait, you were scared at Cracker Barrel? A guy looks like you would have scared at Cracker
Barrel. This guy did not get off of his stool. The owner, whose insurance and the future of his business, if I get hurt in there, I could sue him. If that guy got hurt in there,
the white side coming up right here.
That's right. I mean, this guy did not move. And then came up to me after, and he's like, "You handled that perfectly." And I'm like,
what do you mean? You didn't handle it at all?
He's like, I did what your insurance company would have wanted me to do.
You would have let that guy go back to his seat and just chill. You weren't gonna say shit to him.
Well, he fucking left. I can't believe that. Apparently that guy's a regular.
Yeah, that's
why I didn't kick it out. Yeah,
that's why I didn't kick him.
Here's the thing, that's probably why. Because like, there's times where I've shitted on someone and they were like a regular, or they're like a family member of like a staff or something like that, or someone that related.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't mind them not kicking him out, but once he's like gone on stage, you got to be like, hey man, your night's over. Like, come back tomorrow. We'll pretend we hate the comedian together, but or we actually do hate the comedian together. But yeah, it's weird.
Watch out, this guy's still making a table
also,
back here.
I actually forgot about this part of it. There were some people that came to when I opened for Sarah Colonna. She had like some long lost family track her down, and they happened to live in the Seattle area, and they came and visited, and then one of the members of the family like ate an edible and had a bad reaction and collapsed in the lobby of Tacoma Comedy Club, so they had to take him to the hospital. And then at the show that they missed, it was all fine. They came the next day, so the show they actually attended was like the late show Saturday, which is traditionally not a great show. And this guy he's in the front row, stands up and flips off Sarah Colonna and makes a big scene, gets fucking beat up outside by the security guards, all that stuff. That was their first ever comedy show. Their second ever comedy show, they came and saw me get charged on stage by this fucking guy.
Goodness, man, you are a hood comic.
But for them, they think every comedy show ends with somebody getting kicked out because they
so exciting. Violence. You never know what's gonna. They're so brave to get up there. They get attacked all the time.
Every fucking time we get attacked, dude, that's crazy.
Casey doesn't look like he could fight, but he must know how to. He was so calm and collected.
Oh man, that's crazy, dude. That's nuts, man. Hey, what's the meanest thing anyone's ever said to you?
I don't really, meanest thing is always just like you're an unoriginal, unfunny hack, but like in a roast, never anything mean enough to really register. But yeah, I mean.
This gotta be like a favorite joke someone said about you. By the way, 115 for cheers.
Yeah, it's good, huh? I went down, which I shouldn't have. I love this. This is my favorite whiskey, this Rabbit Hole. And it's like drinking Bud Light compared to the other one after.
The 115? Oh yeah. Drinking Bud Light, not quite, no.
I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of fat jokes, but again, I'm like not offended. I'm just, my nerve centers for being offended by jokes are like, whenever we do the like, before people say, I used to have nothing that I would be like, don't say anything about this. And now I'm like, just don't say any shit about my kids. That's like my only thing. Other than that, or my wife, preferably. But like other than that, man, I've never been offended by it. What did you say, Greg? Give me one of yours. Let's fucking highlight these gems that won you.
You think I still have those jokes? It was like 2 years ago.
I know, again, the fucking short-term memory of this guy. I remember one for Barunji that I did.
Yeah, you had like 17 of them. Rapid fire round.
My favorite one was it's nice to see Barunji in a roast, because normally when he's in a roast, it's a whole goat over an open flame.
Yeah. Oh man, he lives in Portland now.
I know. Yeah, I was talking to him.
I texted him about a gig. I was like, "Hey, we come out." He just never responded. Like, all right, cool, man. That's fine.
I mean, he's got a kid now. He hid a kid from everybody. When I used to have a kid, I wouldn't shut the fuck up about it. And he just like moved away without telling anyone, and then also.
No, he made a big deal about moving out.
Did he have a going away show? I don't think he
did. He have a going away show now.
Yeah, and no, he had a kid, and everyone was like, "Your wife was pregnant." Nobody knew.
Do you have a wife?
Okay. Yeah. All right, here's 2 of my jokes that I like for Casey. I have the whole thing right here. A couple of them there. He's just a corny white guy, so it's hard to roast him. So it's like Casey's mad that I didn't work for my diabetes while he's trying so hard to earn his.
That's pretty good.
I like that one. Yeah. And then when Casey's wife was pregnant, he put on sympathy weight, which makes sense because she got pregnant by sympathy fucking him. So
that's good.
Yeah, I know they were, motherfucker. I can't believe you started saying I don't like right roast jokes. I do. I've never had like a terrible roast.
Huh?
Nobody said that. Quit fucking extrapolating it. Something much meaner.
I'm always offended by Casey. I don't know why. Something about his whiteness, like just how white he is. How much he calls me out for whiteness. It's like, yeah, but I'm like trailer trash.
All right, how about this? Greg is light skinned with a white mom, so when he says the N word, I'm like, Greg, be careful. There might be black people around.
So you have a paper bag check, motherfucker? He's the only guy that knows what that is.
I'm the only person apparently racist enough to know what a paper bag check is.
That was a big thing in Ann Arbor, Michigan in like 2000.
Yeah, you did research.
2001. No, I was like around there, so I know what it is.
Greg has 2 tattoos. I don't know if this is going to ruin the podcast by doing this. Greg has 2 tattoos on his arm. One says scholar, and he failed out of vocational school. The other says warrior, and the only thing he fights against is diabetes that's slowly killing him. We've learned that, by the way. He doesn't fight against anything else at all. I'll say that to people. A lot of people, they were like, dude, I would have beat that guy's ass. Like, no, you wouldn't. The stage was like 18 inches off the ground and fucking 4x4.
No, you weren't doing shit.
Yeah.
You trying to step back and throw a punch, you're slipping.
Yeah, I might tip the whole stage over.
It's not,
yeah, it was a bigger stage. Greg would have been there to fight there. Okay?
Of course he would have. It was the stage was too small.
Yeah.
Mercury's in retrograde. You had to make it. I
didn't get the weight of the gloves that we were using. Like, there's a lot of particulars. You don't just go fight it, dude.
Yeah,
you have to go fight the race. Is this sanctioned? I don't know.
Exactly. What's we agreed on the rules? Like, do you know how dangerous street fights are?
Greg's like, hey, my benefits don't kick in.
Is that guy going to sign a waiver?
Yeah.
My benefits don't kick in for another week, dude. I can't do this, dude. I'm sorry.
Exactly, I gotta be practical, man. I'm a father.
It's like, I'd fight for any one of my other friends.
I can't be fighting every expiring open micer.
Your father and one of your kids could beat the fuck out of you. Also, you have one kid that's like a fucking
he's here, man.
Yeah, he's upstairs.
He's here right now.
Okay,
never mind. I didn't say anything.
He's at the gym.
Oh yeah, at the gym.
All right. If he gets back,
he's gonna be a pair of wrestling.
You gotta let me know if he gets back. Fucking, because I gotta stop saying racist stuff if he's here.
No, he's pretty good.
You'll see him. He'll come through that
Okay,
he's pretty
good.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Yeah, he doesn't like. You'll see him.
He's like
You can't miss him.
He's like a big, good-looking, fucking athletic dude. That's how you know he's not biologically related to Greg.
Yeah, see, that's a good joke. It's like, look.
Yeah.
I used to have it. It's like, oh, you got good genetics, boy. You can make it. Because I don't used to go, man. You're always tweaking jokes, but I used to tell like the jokes like, I don't like dating single moms like with kids. You know what I mean? Because like, the first part was like, the second part was like, because then you gotta get close to that kid, and you feel like you're cheating on your kids with someone else's kids, dude, and it's like awkward in the park when you see him and shit.
Like, you're playing with him like I smell another kid. Like, oh, that's something else. That's his other thing I do. That's his other
kid at work.
They're screaming higher. Yeah, I can't throw my back hurts. I fuck it up. I can't believe it. Yeah.
One time, the first iteration of this podcast with Josh, Narin laughed so hard at a joke of mine. Remember the Lupe Fiasco kick push? I tried this line for like fucking 18 months and it bombed every time.
You had so much faith in Narin.
You have to know so much about like hip hop and what a specific artist looks like and why. Yeah, it was like just too much. And audiences never connected.
Probably most jokes I think with people. I think they would have some funny shit, but no one knows what they're talking about. It's like if you could like make that more universally.
Here's the thing: the last Roastamania, because Greg showed up because he didn't read the schedule for like open mic. He showed up like, "Hey Greg, what are you doing?" He was like, "I open mic." Well, thanks for coming. So then, like, we had fun rounds. It was really good. Rachel Apjay and Richie Apjay won. But then, like, they had what was it? After the show, these people were taking pictures with these fans, and this one guy, he was blind. I'm like, man, why did I can understand a blind guy coming to a regular comedy show, but to a roast battle show makes no fucking sense. Just, a third of our jokes like, hey, you look like.
Hey, what do you look like? This is I can tell by the laughter, he probably looks like that motherfucker.
I don't know what P. Diddy is.
It's like references to shows that he's never seen before, like they're after he went blind. And
no, the weird thing was like it was a big deal because I didn't realize this happened until like the next day on Facebook. Jojo Blacko, he's a very eccentric looking black dude. He has like what would you say? It's like dreadlocks or whatever. And then like the blind guy kept touching the blind guy was touching his face and Jojo's like this is not okay. So I'm touching my hair.
I know. It's like, what level of privilege do you have where you can just touch people's hair? Like, because that guy was black and he was blind. So, does he get it past? Like, oh.
Somebody commented, I bet it was a white person. Actually, no, it's a black guy. Like, what the fuck?
So it's actually a
blind,
black guy.
Jojo looks like if
visually impaired.
You know how they remade the Wizard of Oz as the Wiz? Jojo looks like they made the Joker, the fucking or the Riddler.
Oh yeah, I love having a roast battle show.
Dude,
the funny thing about him was like there was another roastamania we did like last year, and he was in a group chat. He was just talking mad shit the whole day. I'm just like, I don't write unless I'm like really motivated, so I just do everything like hours before the show, which is like. I just stress, right? I'm like, this is like whatever. And like, I'm like miserable until I get the first joke that hits. I'm like, all right, cool. So anyways, during the day, it's like, oh, you motherfuckers are ready. I'm going to roast all you motherfuckers or whatever. I'm like, fine, I'm going to stop what I'm doing right now. Just write all my shit, do whatever. And then there's a period at the free-for-all where we just literally all of us spend like 7 minutes straight just making fun of JoJo. It's like, hey, what the fuck, guys? What's going on? Hey, come on, wait a fucking minute.
That's funny.
And it's like
JoJo has the smallest waistline of any person I've ever seen, dog. I'm like, how do you have this 1950s Barbie ass waistline? Where are your organs at, dude?
Even with all his organs, so he can suck his own dick. It's crazy.
Yeah. Like I said, man, I know he listens to this. And we'll have him on. I'll just tell him.
They'll have him on,
yeah, so.
You don't listen to this.
He can't.
No, yeah, it'd be fun. No, we joked around.
I'm gonna say
this right now. I was saying right now. I was like, he messaged on this one thing, like, "Hey, what I gotta do to get on your podcast?" And you're like, before I even like could say anything, because it's like respond to people's messages. Greg's like on social media, but he's a ghost on social media, literally. So he texts me right away, like after it's like, just so you know, I'm not sure if I'm comfortable having JoJo at my house. He might steal some stuff at my house. he texted me immediately. Like within minutes he posted that shit. But the minute it had me dying because I'm dude, Greg's never online. He saw that post right away. Like I'm telling Greg that Greg can make a podcast post. He'll do it like 2 days later. And it was just like, but he saw JoJo's post, and me like, no, do not say anything yet, Nard. Let it find me first.
Yeah, I got some expensive shit in here. Can't
got an insulin pump right on my body.
$8,000.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking wild. But I like having I know, I'd love to have you on Roastamania. So
Yeah, I know. I would love to do it. I love the show. I love doing it.
It's a fun show.
He's so busy though. He's just so packed with gigs. He's the man.
Yeah, Casey's all over the place, man.
No, I mean this one time I've done it before though. I've done it. I guess was Barunji the last one I did.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Is that right? All right. Well, I was thinking about it the other day actually. Before we
give me a top 3 people you want to go against.
All right, I will do that
right now. Just say one. Susan Jones. Here's the thing, guys. Susan Jones. Yeah, that's weird. She got beef with me too over the dumbest shit, dude. She got mad over him.
And Barunji. And the Afro.
Yeah, Barunji's going away like thing, and like when you're leaving the scene, everyone's just like, I'm going to talk shit about it because I'm never going to come back. Barunji will come back. He's motherfuckers in
He's
Portland.
already closer, man. He's
in Portland.
He's only 3 hours away.
He's magnetized to fucking Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, like our scene's not that bad. Our scene has some cool parts. Like you can't really make it like unless you go on a road stuff, but we have a pretty decent scene here. So like you're not gonna choose Portland over fucking Seattle. No offense to Portland.
I know, man. Portland, that's pretty.
But anyway, so like in their podcast, and Casey did everything he could to not piss off Susan.
Oh, by the way, he had just gone through like a big controversy, and I had already had him scheduled, and I was like, I'm not gonna cancel him. Like I like him, he's funny.
Hey, the controversy.
I was like, I'm not really interested in talking about
that laugh shit.
Yeah. So what the thing about it is
that
podcast, that was like the most listened to episode. I'm sure it was by mostly comics, expecting to hear us talk about that, and then we ended up talking about a different thing with a comic where we didn't even mention the comic's name. I didn't say anything bad, but she correctly read between the lines.
Okay, context. Okay, so Burunji.
You already called her out like 4 times.
Like Burunji was on a show, and he wore a shirt like with wild titties on. You know, for people who don't know, there's a big thing in our local scene. He wore a shirt with some wild titties on there, and like, and he was.
It was another comedian's merch.
Yeah,
another comedian's merch. He wears other comedians' merch, and there's a thing. Also, to keep in mind, Burunji's very, very African. He's very, very unique. He doesn't really think about.
They're used to wearing whatever shirts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he would just wear whatever shirts and not think about it.
Super Bowl losers or wild titties.
Burunji's so African. Like when I had him on a podcast with Josh, I'm like, "Hey, Burunji, where can people find you?" He's like, "On the internet." And he just has that to the straight face, like, specifically where on the internet? He's like, Instagram. What's your fucking Instagram, bro? Just tell me your thing. He's like, oh yeah. And then he's like, he's just very, very. There's certain nuances he doesn't understand.
One of my jokes about
So before he goes, so he wore this shirt, like he wore like the wild titty shirt, and the headline of that show got so mad. Why are you wearing the shirt? He's like, you fired her. She fired him in the middle of the show, and he's like, fine, I'm not gonna do the show anymore. And then it became a big snowball effect of a bunch of other shit. So then you got onto your show. And people expect him to talk shit about that.
Yeah, we just never talked about it. But then I talked about like a comedian's merch, and it got back to them somehow. Which, by the way, I think I know. It's like only a couple steps to get to who told them. I'm pretty certain I know, which I don't care. Like, I don't think that person was trying to create this. But then she started emailing bookers, being like, "This guy's a piece of shit. He's a fucking loser. He's never done anything." And I'm like, "Yeah, but what? You gotta say something new. Like the bookers all know this. That's why they don't book me. Like,
they seen my tapes. I send them stuff.
They've left me unread, all of them. So
I had a joke about Burunji real quick. That was this roast is like win-win for Burunji because if he wins, and if he loses, his family will get shirts that say he won.
Dude, I was about to say, man, you think it's hard for him to like request friendships because he just has that African ass name? Like, Burunji.
Well, who wants to be your friend? His legal name is Burunji. He told me, "Would you guys should have him on sometime?" I'm gonna try to book him, and you guys should maybe.
Can't do Venmo and shit like that, right?
No, he can't do TSA because you can't have your first name and your last name be exactly the same.
Hilarious. But anyway, yeah, you know, if ever you see that, like Muhammad, whatever the fuck, you're like, I'm not accepting this guy's friendship. He could be like a legitimate dude. Poor Burunji does.
Yeah, no, gosh, what was I going to say? So, yeah, on your podcast, and Casey did everything he could that I mentioned Susan Jones's name. Like I'm saying,
thank you for saying it. This will reignite.
It's like 3 times already. I'm like, we don't edit this.
The least consequential beef I've ever had is going to get reignited.
Yeah, I'm not trying to reignite your beef with Susan Jones, okay? But anyway, so
sorry, I was talking over. Can you say it more clearly?
Susan Jones.
Thank you. Okay.
What's her handle? Like, what does she go by? She have like a nickname,
Cupcake,
a moniker.
Cupcake. Yeah.
By the way, I think she's funny, and I've like barely ever worked with her. I don't have like real beef with her.
Yeah.
All I said was I had this merch idea that I thought was super original, and she was already doing it, so I fucking didn't do it.
Yeah,
she's about that.
Yeah,
I probably made it a a little less.
Well, the thing she was selling baby ones. I literally bought
the high proof's getting to him.
Yeah,
it is. Cheers, guys.
Don't worry, he will drive like always.
I know it does. I know. This is like Anne Hayes recorded a podcast right before she got a fucking crash drunk. I don't know if you've had this specific one. You probably had a lot of Old Forester. But
I don't know. Ask poor Tamara Shelton.
All right, so
Tamara,
our studio manager, would you like some?
Did you have the high proof one?
Okay, so what happened was, he had an idea. Like, I actually bought a baby onesie from her. I bought it for my nephew when he was a baby, and he was just like, "I don't want to sell baby onesie because we have another community that does it. I don't want to have any problems." That's literally what he said, and it was enough to cause a problem.
Yeah.
I'm only mentioning her name because she has a beef with me too. Because I said like, "Oh, this girl's being stupid," and she made it a whole sexist thing. Like, no, this girl is being stupid because she's being stupid.
Gotcha.
Nothing to do about it.
January by just drinking a little bit. It's moist January.
Yeah, a little
He just
taste.
stuck his whole tongue in it. It's fine.
Absorb
Like
what
a
it
dog.
did. That was
Just pick it up. Like a,
it. You know who still takes his beef with Susan Jones very serious? Ryan Reeves, man. You ever meet that guy?
Yeah. You and I bonded over Ryan Reeves.
Ryan Reeves sent me a request on TikTok. Like, I don't know, man.
Nah, man. Man.
Their beef is pretty funny.
I don't have a beef with him. I just don't
beef
know.
Where you were like two black dudes driving in Idaho with weed in the car? And it was just weed?
According to Casey, one black dude driving around.
Well, I think if you sum
Some black guy and
genetics, it might be
another
one.
white guy who knew to shut the fuck up when talking to cops. He knew
Sure,
that.
sure.
Don't say shit to cops.
He's from Michigan too, though. Like,
Yeah, he's from Lansing, which is wild. So,
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, so we get
You know why he
pulled
knows
over
how to talk?
Idaho.
You know why he talks to cops? Because he grew up with nice parents and he had a really nice marriage.
Nobody's all fucking dead. You get pulled over because they're like, hey, we think you had your high beams on going through Hayden, Idaho.
Yeah,
Out
which
of
is
Stir.
like known to be the it was where there was a white supremacist
real
compound.
chill, you know, over there,
Yeah.
Hayden Lake, real chill area for black. Anyway, so we did a show there. Get flicked, man. He pulls over. He's like, hey, so your
Get
lights are-
flicked? Is that
just
that feels
whatever.
like a 1980s term?
It is a term, yeah, whatever. What, the lights come on. It's the boys.
So old.
The
I am old
boys.
shit, dude. The boys. And they walk up. They're like, hey, so where are you guys coming from? It's like, we're doing a show. You guys been drinking? No. Oh, you have any drugs in the car? Oh, I'm gonna be honest. So, I did go through Spokane, but I do have weed in the trunk. He just admitted to everything. But I was like, all right, man. You just admitted to a felony right on fucking.
Yeah.
So now we're getting pulled out of the car. They're searching it. They take it out of this fucking trunk. I had a blunt rolled up. Somehow they don't find that on the floorboard, which is crazy. I was like, oh no. That's the only thing we had
Your
left.
friend's like, actually, Officer Greg Beachler.
Yeah, you piece of shit. So yeah, after that, we drive back. I just couldn't believe it, man. I still have that pops up my Facebook memory because I did a Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Just in case
Of
we
the
got
cops?
shit. Yeah, we're getting pulled over that whole
You
time.
fucking Philando Castillo'd your own fucking.
This dude, this
You're
one
on
no
the
one likes his ass.
That was pretty gay, Greg. You fellatio Castillo this whole situation.
Don't want to get out of the ticket, dude. Anyway, yeah, so he still has a felony warrant in it for his arrest in Idaho because he never paid that shit and never went to court.
Yeah, I don't think Idaho's begging him back for the record.
I want to message him like, hey, dude, I got a gig for you in Idaho.
You should have just seen me text. It's in Coeur d'Alene. It's right by the border. It'll be fun, man.
Yeah.
I've been pulled
Next to
over
police station.
Idaho 3 times.
Really?
Yeah.
For some reason, I have.
crazy,
I don't
I've
know
been
what's
there twice.
different about you and I, but I have not been pulled over.
I know, I'm so
by
white. I shouldn't be dealing with
No,
this.
you should actually tell him that. You go, I have a white mom.
Culturally, listen.
Every family member I've ever known is white.
I redneck. Half of them voted for Trump. Would just be cool, man.
I have more black family members than you, Greg. That's
not true. I just don't know my black family.
oh, that's true. I mean, in my life.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. But they're adopted or something?
My uncle Lanny, he's adopted. Yes, I do. I don't have. We don't share ancestry, believe it or not.
Weird.
I know.
Yeah, so he talked to me in length about his black uncle, who basically
never
is
will
me, right? Grew up in Spokane around all white people, so you have a black guy who's pretty much white in your family.
Yeah, he was a Golden Gloves boxer, but he actually would fight. That was the difference.
He's not really good at making tables.
He was a Golden Gloves boxer. He got really drunk one time and gave me his Golden Gloves trophy, and I was like, dude, I don't think you want to do this.
You know what I'm gonna post on this episode, as a link? It's just here's my actual MMA cage fight that I was actually in.
I want to see it.
You haven't seen?
No, we never.
maybe I have. I don't know.
Hold on.
We're not gonna watch
Well,
it now,
you're going to
Greg.
stop the whole damn podcast?
no.
Keep
Watch
talking,
the
keep
thing.
talking. I'm gonna pull it up.
He's gonna get ready. He's gonna
I'm
get
gonna
the
get
link
ready.
ready.
Yes, I've seen it. Gabe
Greg.
showed it to me. He said, you're so cool.
Oh, Gabe showed us. Okay, now
Actually, I think it's seen part of it. Or send it to me after, but I don't want to.
It's so short,
Jesus
doesn't
Christ,
matter.
I'll watch it on the drive
Such a
home.
short fight because I was too busy making tables.
Did you win?
I definitely won.
I had my high school best friend did MMA, and it's very stressful to be I felt like his wife in the audience. Where I'm like,
Oh God, please.
oh, don't hit it that hard, it was very stressful to be. He was fighting this big fat guy that was just barely got down to the weight, and he also just barely got down to the weight, and it was like
Nobody agreed to fight at the weight class above.
they should have just fought at 230 and called it good. But
Both these guys are, hey man.
the one guy, my friend, was in the best shape of his life. This other guy's just pouring out of his shorts and beating.
They're both. They're like,
shit.
hey man, listen, dude. I know, but the McRibs back. This is the last day. Can we just fight at 2:30? I can't make it to like what what's the weight class below
I think it
that?
was 205 was the weight they fought at.
Oh damn, okay, 25 pounds
But
different.
he was it. I mean, they both got to 205. It was just like they both looked terrible at 205. They looked
Yeah, big
worse at
sausage.
205 than they would have at 230.
Yeah, no,
It
that's
happens
good.
sometimes, man.
Do your friend
Depending on
win?
how you Cut it. And
Huh? He won that one. That's the only fight he won. He won. I watched
tried
him
him
win
to
3. I watched him lose 3 other fights pretty
how bad?
badly.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man, I'll give him credit. Who's his friend?
I'm not gonna tell you his name on the
Oh
podcast.
man, just because he lost some fights. I'm
I'll
sure
tell you
he's
his name
proud
off the podcast.
Okay.
It's not like you're gonna know him. It's not like you would know every 1 in 3 MMA fighter.
No, I would. I would.
1 and 3,
I might know
he's
what
a-
Jimmy trains at though. You know what I mean? I know a lot of.
He's a good utility player
They used
for
to fight.
for
I don't think
baseball.
it's around anymore, but it was oh fuck! It was not T-Town MMA. That's like the one that's. It was a different one in Tacoma. I don't think it's around anymore.
No.
T-Town MMA, it's a Tinseltown MMA.
Yeah, that's right.
Basically, you can tell by the way he lost all those fights. It's like I didn't win against a fat guy who didn't want to be there. He just like my other guy didn't show up. And I'm like, anybody want to do this? He's like, I guess.
I remember because we would go to. They would have events at like Emerald Queen Casino and Snoqualmie Casino,
Yeah.
and I would go to them and I would see the guys that were like actually good at his gym. I'd be like, oh, these guys are fucking good, and then I would see them fight someone who was like probably gonna be like a low level pro, and I was like, oh fuck. It was like when I played baseball and I'd play someone that was like gonna get drafted, and I'd be like, I'm so far away from being able to be drafted. Like my friend would just get murdered by a guy who was like not even gonna be a pro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I know those guys, man.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, so you never have your friend do street beefs?
That actually would be fun, but yeah, I mean that I can't even believe that's legal. That's so
Yeah.
crazy to me that that's
Yeah,
legal.
the
It's
mutual
only
combat.
legal in certain states, though, right?
Because we have what mutual combat here. Is
Mutual
that why?
combat. There's other states where it's
Yeah,
like,
Florida becomes deadly because it's stand your ground over there.
stand your ground. It's like, I don't know how you win that in court. Like, so you signed a document to be there. Is that what you're saying? He
Street
died.
beef's duel.
Yeah. So you had to stand your ground. Like you bought property rights on this ground. This is not.
Yeah,
ridiculous, man.
Yeah, no, gosh, fuck. Yeah, let's do a segment. We do any segment. 50 minutes in, we didn't talk about
We
anything.
did one. He did,
We didn't do
thing
anything. We did the meanest thing. Hey, you know, you're a hip hop guy. What's a ridiculous rap lyric?
Oh, dude, because you gave me this list of questions. This is kind of an obscure one because I've never heard anyone else talk about it, and there's just so many hip hop lyric jokes that I don't think I can talk about it on stage. In the song "Me and My Bitch" by Notorious
Me and My
B.I.G.,
Bitch,
it
yeah.
starts out by him saying, like, "You look so fine, I would suck your daddy's dick,"
Yeah,
which is a
Richard Pryor.
reference to a Richard Pryor joke.
Yeah, that's a joke.
But
I
now,
like.
so the Richard Pryor did that joke, and then Notorious B.I.G. did that line, and now we have the knowledge that Richard Pryor fucked Marlon Brando, and P. Diddy was fucking every single male rapper apparently in the world. And it really changes the 90s homophobia of rap when you think of it through that lens where you're like, the guy who inspired this line was fucking dudes, and the guy who was managing this guy's career was fucking dudes, maybe
You know?
him too.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't
You know,
think that was so
I
random.
can't, now I think about, you know, that girl that was like standing in the urinal peeing in the Biggie Big
Oh, yeah,
Papa
with
video.
the throat and shit.
Diddy probably sucked her dick. That's probably what happened. I'm
Forcibly.
100% forcibly.
Stand still. Get this car.
I tell your friends, get with my friends.
We can be friends. Is that I? Is that I with you? Yeah, it's more threatening now.
Yeah. Even at the end of what was it? Last Night with Keisha Cole. They did like a little outro or song. It's like you know, like you better answer your motherfucking phone. If you didn't answer your phone, when I was at your front door, you didn't answer. I was gonna shoot that motherfucker up. You know how I be, man. I was like, oh my god, this is really who he is. He's a monster.
He's been there.
do you
I'm just gonna
remember-
blow up Kid Cudi's car.
I gotta tell you, one of the
Oh, I
worst,
forgot about that. Yeah.
one of the best things about new hip hop albums, only you listen to like the MP3 of the songs that you like instead of the whole album. Do you remember Dre 2001? You'd be listening to it and Time Out for Porno would come on.
Yeah,
and
House of Porno, yes.
Even if you're fucking, even if you're listening on headphones, it
can
was
hear it through.
so loud
Yeah.
that people just thought you were listening to a porn soundtrack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you had to have a whole album. They had to listen all the way through.
Yeah.
I remember there's this.
Feels
I
like we're
remember.
explaining fucking 8-track to people right now.
Yeah,
But
I remember like in 7th grade when that album came out for me, and it was like, hey, this song's pretty cool. It's like, shit. And I remember this really, really super religious chick, like, hey, you want to listen to a song? And we just played that song. Like, oh yeah, it's like, no, oh my god, like, dude, like, hey,
how old are you? A year older than me? What year did you
I'm
graduate?
04,
Oh, you might be. What's your birthday?
September 8th. 85.
Okay, you're almost a full year older than me. Wow.
Yeah. I'm gonna be fucking 40 this year, dog.
You.
Girls,
Oh,
I
man,
know.
I'm 82, bro. Jeez.
Yeah, dude.
Greg's been 40 for 6 years.
Great.
According to my diabetic math, yeah.
Greg's actually 80, that's crazy. That's why I couldn't fight at that one time, dude. Yeah, no, that's nuts, dude.
Can I tell a story about Greg since he was shitting on me for fucking paying him money to do work at my house earlier? And we went.
Yeah, I love how this like turned to a Yelp review of Greg's services. Really good of it.
He just called me to ask me for help, and he's like, "Oh shit, no." He's like, "Then don't hire me, bro."
You think you're my first call? Holy shit!
Everyone's so busy, dude. So all the Mexicans at Home Depot, they won't do this, dude.
Yeah, they just, I'm not going to your house for $200. Eh? Gotta get Greg.
Gregorio, I said Gregorio.
Gregorio.
Someone I know, their competition. So we go to. Greg and I've traveled together a couple times, not for a long time, for reasons you'll understand after this story.
I totally get it. Yeah.
We go to Austin, Texas. First off, whether it was our first or second time traveling together doesn't matter because both times Greg has had diabetic emergencies. Fucking immediately, we arrive and it's like Greg is like on the verge of death. The guy that's had diabetes since he was born somehow forgot in the 8 hours we were in the air, the 4 hours we were in the air. Whatever. But we go to Austin, Texas. The last night we go somewhere and Greg like bitches. I was like, let's go to this restaurant. Greg bitches and he's like, it wasn't that good. And I'm like, all right, motherfucker, you've planned.
What restaurant was it?
It was someplace in Austin. It wasn't like anything that great. And I go, I planned
Black's.
Fucking everything. I
Terry
planned.
Black's was good.
Terry Black's was good.
Yeah.
But maybe not the best in Austin, but it was very
No, we went to Whataburger, man. That's what it was. I said Whataburger wasn't up to the hype. That's all I said. Like everybody hyped it up. And I was like, this isn't. This isn't.
Also, by the way,
and it's not like we planned Whataburger. It was after a fucking show that we did.
So hold on.
Anyway,
So hold on. So
always
Greg
misrepresenting the story.
So Greg,
I'd be doing life in prison, man, telling crazy stories in my piece of shit.
Greg starts bitching, and I don't think any of that's true, by the way. Or at least I would never agree to it in an open court.
Whataburger.
So we go to this place. Greg complains about it, and I'm like, dude, fuck you. I fucking booked the flight, I booked the hotel, I booked the rental car, I've driven every fucking mile we've been here. I got all of our bookings for the weekend. I planned every fucking meal. You planned one goddamn thing. And so the next morning, he's like, we're going to Breakfast Studio. And I'm like, great, put it in my fucking Google Maps on the car that I rented that I've been driving the entire time so Greg could drink his fucking filthy whiskey and hurt his blood sugar that I was going to save him from later. And we drive, it's a ways away, but I'm like, hipster Austin breakfast, I'm in. We'll get there. Breakfast Studio sounds like the hippest place. Yeah. We drive for like 30 minutes. We finally get there. We show up at the address on Google Maps. It is a fucking empty parking lot in front of a brick building. And I go, what the fuck, Greg? And
that's why I never let Greg choose anything, right?
I pull up the Yelp review and it is a marketing studio and not a fucking... It's a marketing company, not a breakfast restaurant. So then we went to a place that I researched in 7 seconds that was down the street and had great breakfast.
That was good. That was good.
I just want to say the breakfast was okay. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, fuck it. You know what? One of my favorite... That was great. One of my favorite places... That was very funny. You should do comedy. One of my favorite places we went to actually was that fucking taco place we went to on No Sleep.
Yeah, and it was just like a chain, right?
Yeah, it was like a local chain, but we just like stopped at this place. We're like, I need to eat something because, Greg's fucking having a...
Yeah, first off,
fit.
I didn't know this until like I told my doctor that I was like almost dying in Texas. And he's like, "Oh yeah, you're on a plane. You gotta like reduce your insulin take because like certain blood vessels like expand and shit and just like absorbs insulin way faster." So I was like, "Okay," and that affects for like hours after you're done. So I was like,
"Is that the first time you flew on diabetes?"
Yeah, pretty much. I don't fly that much.
Also, Greg had fucking an orange juice. He bought an orange juice specifically for this because, by the way, I was like, my grandpa had diabetes, and he would keep like fruit juice. It was type 2, but he wasn't super fat.
Yeah, old man diabetes, which is respectable.
So he would keep fruit juice, and so I knew it was high in sugar, so you could regulate your blood sugar if you needed to, if you're having a problem.
Did you give him like a Werther's original? Greg's like 50.
so I can't suck the juice fast.
This is how fucking lazy Greg is. We are in the fucking boarding line. We're like 75th. there's so much time before we're gonna get on this plane. And Greg goes, oh, I forgot my orange juice at our seat, like in the fucking waiting area. It's, I don't know, 35 feet away, and Greg's like,
It's actually
and I go, dude, you gotta go get it.
It's true, but it's not laziness.
I believe that he would do it.
It's not laziness. It's anxiety of like being in airports and shit. Like I don't want to lose my fucking place in line. And I was like, where's the orange juice? Yeah.
Greg doesn't fly very much. That's how he. That makes sense.
I felt like a fucking father.
I don't fly. I hate it, man. Because he had to watch me every time we flew, though. I have to like get patted down separately.
That's true.
It's so fucking annoying. Everybody's just looking at me like,
He goes in, he's like, I have a white mom. I fucking grew up with white people. Stop patting me
They're
down.
like, sir, you don't have to yell that every time. Just say you have dad beat. It's fine.
Stop calling me your mom every time we touch you, bro. That's fucking weird.
Exactly. You just gotta wait over here for 15 minutes till a guy shows up to pat you down, do a little bomb test. Every time I fly somewhere, it sucks, man. I hate it.
Yeah, it stinks.
Yeah, that's nuts, man. But yeah, no. So you chose a place that was closed.
Yeah,
Out of here.
I mean, no, it wasn't
closed. It was a marketing company.
Yeah, it wasn't a breakfast place.
It wasn't a restaurant.
It's called Breakfast. What?
Breakfast Studio. But here's the deal, Naren.
Yeah.
You like food like I like food. I'm not going to a fucking restaurant without looking at pictures on Yelp, without reading the negative reviews, some of the positive. You know what I mean?
He searched breakfast.
He searched breakfast. The first thing that came up was a fucking market. This is how little effort he put in.
True. But I was having blood sugar issues. I just want to say that.
That's fair.
Oh, fuck you. You can say that at any time. And he's got the machine. He's got the fucking
It just tells me that I'm dying. It doesn't like stop like.
What do you have to do? Push one button?
Man,
I'm just thinking about we don't need to discuss.
I'm just imagining how Greg like searches places to eat. He's like, I'm gonna move for some fruit. Applebee's. That sounds like a nice fruit place right there. Let's go check this out.
It must be an orchard, actually. Apples and bees? Wow. Sounds wonderful.
Sounds like some farm to table place. Be fucking awesome, dude. There's a Thai place called Chili's. Let's go check this out. Sounds like a nice Thai place. Let's go check. I'm not gonna look at the pictures. Let's just go. Please, let's just go. But
I'm not gonna look at the pictures. I'm not gonna take 100 pictures of my food before.
Yeah, please. No. I know, but yeah, I gotta take pictures of the food. That's the only reason we started hanging out eating food, bro. If I take pictures of my food, we wouldn't be going out to eat with each other.
Yeah, none of that happened. I wouldn't be getting shit on my cases. My own fucking podcast.
In his own house. We can't even drink. You're a dick, bro.
Wow,
Fuck you, Casey.
wow. Really, this is the biggest thing I've ever
alcohol,
done.
man. This is whiskey drunk. Just mean dickheads, dude. But it's fine. I'll be drinking again. I love you both. I refuse to stoop to your level.
Oh, fuck, 115 proof. More. But yeah, no, I'll do it. Can you pass it over?
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. I didn't really think about that.
But that was fucking wild though, like, because I went to like a vending machine that was like out of order. They didn't have shit downstairs. I was like,
no, we fucking took the sugar packets from the coffee to give to Greg.
Nothing else was open. The nearest store was like 18 miles away. Drive, I will die.
Oh, that reminds me. Oh, you eating sugar like a crack. So we were at Whidbey Island. Our first time we did a show together, right? This is like before this like little winery thing.
I love that it's just shit on Greg time.
No, this is we're not shit on Greg. There was this like a grocery store like across the street. We're like, how do we get inside this grocery store? There's a big window there. We walked all around the building. We don't know how we get inside this grocery store.
To this day.
And Greg's like, knocking. We're like, hey. Can we get inside? Like was like we're fucking crazy. Like, no, seriously, we need to get inside. My friend is gonna die. He needs food. And the lady's looking at us the window, like just ignoring us. Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck are these crackheads? We can't figure out how to get in the fucking store.
Whidbey Island. She's like the only two brown.
Yeah, the only two knocking on like, hey, how do we get in your establishment?
No, literally, there's a big big window where like knocking people inside, like they're shopping around. Like, hey, how do we get inside the store? They just look at us like we're fucking crazy, dude. Greg's like, Greg's like, I'm dying. Like, we can't take more shots. Like, oh shit, that's right. Sorry, man. Well, I'm gonna take some more shots. We'll go. Maybe it's like some food over there.
You earned yourself a designated driver.
Yeah,
I don't trust him, dude. Yeah, he's gonna pass out while driving, dude.
Yeah, have a seizure and shit.
But he won't get a DUI.
I won't. It'll be a medical emergency. I couldn't drive, officer. He had to drive to the hospital. I was too fucked up. I gave him the keys.
By the way, Greg has a lot of marijuana in the back of the seat of our car. Next to our Ryan Reeves shirts.
It's a Rolls Royce logo. He sold those too. I tried to sell a shirt with my fucking face on it. I went to Boise, Idaho, and I sold 2 the whole weekend. I was like, I'm fucking burning these shirts.
Dude, the only kind of face you could sell for a shirt is probably Luke Semrites, like in Idaho.
He skipped in Idaho.
Yeah,
sure.
Idaho, yeah, for
They
sure.
already have that shirt. It's their own fucking birth certificate.
It's the flag. It's the flag of Idaho. Oh man, no, I was trying to make like a joke about it. I just think it's funny when people he has a shirt that has his name that says Ryan Reeves Comedy on it. Like I don't know, it's really weird. Like that's a lot of confidence to have your that have nothing else on your shirt. Just says Ryan Reeves.
Ryan
Comedy.
Reeves, Ryan Reeves.
Circle back to that.
We always circle back to this.
I don't know, Narn did a good callback.
Okay, you know what? Family matters. Let's talk about that.
You gotta get a lav mic on Tamara so that we can fucking get her input on shit.
Oh yeah, she's our studio manager. There's a kitchen here. She manages.
Ready when you guys are done.
Okay.
I was joking. Do I really get to eat?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, that's amazing. I didn't.
Hey, cheers! Hey, cheers!
I'm making sure you get some.
I'm done with this podcast.
Like, who's cool? Fucking Casey's a great guy.
Casey's, yeah.
Never again, man.
Fuck Casey
I'm
McClain.
glad neither of you have a fucking designated driver.
Every time that way up.
Like, saw the guys swerving.
Officers.
Very dirty Prius.
Very dirty praise. So what kind of gigs you got coming up, bro?
I'm hosting all the Make Me Famous shows at Tacoma Comedy Club. We have one on Sunday.
Oh, nice.
We have a show called Master Debater that's kind of like Drink and Debate, which Greg's familiar with, which is, by the way, kind of like Narin. I've done a million Master Debater / Drink and Debate shows, but never actually competed on it. I've only ever hosted. Which I should talk to the people in Spokane about that. But
Steve Johnson started it back up.
oh, good. I saw it on the calendar. I'll talk to Steve.
How about I host it night one sometime and then you can compete it?
Yeah, you host Roastamania.
Yeah, I'll host Roastamania. He hosts Master Debate.
Yeah, no, that'll be fine. Yeah.
And then I'm opening for Matthew Broussard at Enum Claw's Chalet Theater and the Everett Historic Theater in a couple weeks.
Yeah, what's your website? What is it going to be out here?
Casey McClain Comedy. Casey McClain Comedy on all social media except for Twitter.
Spell it out.
Because my father, McClain is CASEY MCLAIN. Comedy is COMEDY.
.org.
.edu. And then VKC McClain on Twitter /X, whatever Daddy Elon is calling it these days.
Daddy Elon. Yeah, no, that's good, man. So I never mind you something. So me and Greg, we agreed to do your Master Debater show, and it's funny because we didn't realize that's funny. Greg got pretty trashed. Yeah. So we didn't realize you asked us back in like November because like I was in Thailand or whatever. I was like, hey, you want to do a show? Like I didn't look back. I'm like, yeah, I'll just do it. I don't think I have very many bookings in like December because I'm gonna just chill. And I was like, oh fuck, this is the same day as the Seahawks home game. Like this is gonna be a rough day. I just know it because we started drinking like 10:30. And drinking like during the game, do whatever. How many shots you took count? How many shots?
I took like 14 shots that day.
Wow.
Yeah.
14 shots. And Greg fell asleep.
Your performance showed.
I felt bad for you, dude. I was like, man, you didn't have to pay me for this, really, dude. I didn't.
The key thing about winning that drinking debate or master debate is that you have to choose the most ridiculous side.
Choose the side that makes the least sense, and then
they have way funnier things. Like, well, this sucks. I wanted to have the topic was like should Hawk Tour girl be in Congress or some shit, right?
Yeah.
And they got the ones like, yes, like fuck, I wanted that one. I would have had way more angles. But it's like fuck, it had to be the more serious one, and I'm still like.
The other option is to go second, so you can use what they said against them.
Yeah, but I gave good things. I was like, this is to be okay that I lost the crowd to like, and then like Logan did really really good. Logan shines at these things. He says I like Logan a lot. He does a lot of dark shit. They got this new show called Back Booth Bullies. You seen anything about that?
Fucking promoting these assholes? Jesus Christ! Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah. Just wild.
Is it? I didn't go to the show. They had the first one.
I don't know if we should talk about that yet, right? That whole thing that happened.
Oh yeah, okay. There's a non-disclosure, but just say it's like Kill Tony on crack.
I think I know the thing.
It's literally Kill Tony on crack cocaine. We'll talk about this off the air.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, it's just wild. But dude, check out Casey McClain. This has been fun.
Yeah,
it's good. We got a lot of stuff off our chest. We got a lot of stuff off our chest.
I'm also starting a podcast with Jess Everett. If you like this podcast,
oh nice. You probably won't like that one.
Yeah.
I like
Jess on here.
No,
you would never do it. There's too many minorities in one room.
I know, man. I drove with him to Prosser, Washington, man. That was a fun show.
I drove with him to like Idaho. We stayed at Jody Carroll's house.
Oh yeah,
Jody
that's
Carroll's
right. That's what he was texting me. It's
Jody
cool,
Carroll's
right?
super sweet, and again, I told Jess like, hey, we cool. To also, like, you're more introverted than me. Like, I like to talk and bullshit. Let me know if I'm talking too fucking much, dude. I don't want to
Did he
be
ever
this.
say you were?
No, never.
Yeah,
He never would.
He definitely thought it, but he never.
I thought about it, but it's like, oh, but then I got him food and I was like, got us a place to stay, and I think we bonded and we were much cooler.
He had a lot of fun. I know that. He fucking.
He was super super cool. We had this one thing where it's like. There's one thing that happened to my car. It was weird because oh shit, I'm low on gas. Like, I have to get like a premium gas in it. It's like, oh, we gotta pull it here. But also my light's on. I don't know what the next gas station is, so we put like regular gas in there. Then we drove with the regular gas on, and I don't know what happened, but all the lights turned on in my car. I'm like, what the fuck has happened? That's never happened. I drive a 2016. That's never happened.
Car, dude.
2016, like Infinity.
Like, ew.
It happened like, no, I even told Jess like, what the fuck's going on, dude? I've never seen this happen. Like, have you put regular gas in? Like, regular gas. Like, we had no choice. We didn't know. But no. Jody Carroll, she had like, she says like, Nard, can you please ride our jet ski? Like, I can't. I have a wedding tomorrow. If I do this, if I get on a jet ski, I'm going to want to drink.
Gonna want to do cocaine. Never gonna go to sleep.
Then I'm not gonna miss this wedding, and they're gonna be so pissed off at me tomorrow. They need me there. But no, she's a great girl. She was super sweet and super cool. Also, weird part of Idaho, like we drove from like that one theater gig to like it was like we drove like 40 miles, and we saw like one car coming down.
Oh yeah. So Jody, I'll tell you a quick Jody story because I've only met her a couple times. But was she doing comedy when you were in Spokane still?
No, not yet.
So she's. I did a podcast with Adam Tiller, which he and I stayed in a cabin. By the way,
I listened to that. Rob. Yeah.
So Ish set it up. I can't pronounce Ish's last name, but Ish is a good comic, very funny comic.
His last name is shit. But no.
Nice guy. He sets this up. Adam and I have like the first night. I didn't know Adam. I know Adam really well now. We're really good friends now. But we did not know each other very well, and we had like an argument the first night.
Yeah.
And then we did the podcast. I had gone and visited my uncle in the hospital in fucking ICU. He was in sepsis, had sepsis, and like ended up dying like a couple days later.